I'm Rodd Duff, your host.
And I'm producer Barbie.
And together,
we bring you our podcast,
Insights and Straight Talk. And with that, producer Barbie and I are out.
I was all set up, man. I can't wait to not be a one-man band. There's just so many things to do, especially when our guest doesn't show up again. You know, we've been on a pretty good run here, and unfortunately, actually, this was one of those that I really, really, really wanted because I need it. I mean, this is Natalia Kobylkina. Kobylkina. So you know how much I love accents and how much I love names. So this was just a full party. On top of it, Natalia is a sexologist. She's a TV sexologist, Maverick. She's a world-renowned psychologist, but she's a relationship doctor. Let's just put it that way. And I could really use a relationship doctor. I've never had a good. Anyway, I was hoping to get in some things with her. Hopefully she'll join on. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you some updates just to kind of let the time go by while she's. I mean, we spoke this morning. I think she's in London. So what is London time compared to CST? She set up the time, then she wanted me to change it, and then this morning she asked if that was whatever the question was, something about the international change, and I said I'm in the car. Is that correct? All I know is it's 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, so not doing the conversion to London time because I was in my car. So at the end of the day, I'm Rodd Duff. I'm your host of Insights and Straight Talk. Got another great show here today. Whether Natalia shows up or not, I know she wants to. She's been in contact with me over the last 3-4 days, and now, hello, I'm just gonna whatever. So let's talk a little bit. Well, no, you know what? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about her first, because I know she'll be here. I just don't think she may end up showing up at the end of the show. I've sent her emails and messages on the what I've mentioned before. We use the Matchmaker FM. A lot of different things are out there available, but I personally use primarily Matchmaker FM. We've got 18 people already on board. I appreciate you guys being here. But I'm going to read through her thing, and hopefully she comes. And ideally now, since she's not here, Natalia is not here, ideally I could go through what the guest is, which you guys probably already know. You do your research. You come on to these shows because you like the topic. Or who the topic, or who's presenting the topic. Maybe a little bit you come on for me just for fun, but I'm loving this show, and I'm going to go through Natalia, and I'm going to tell you some things about her. She's into sexology, meaning the way that the sexes. Unfortunately, it's a political statement, but the opposite sexes attract, and that's not true. I mean, same sexes, there's gay and straight, and there's other things out there, and it is what it is, and it's not for us to do anything other than live our lives and support reasonable actions. Does that make sense? I'm not soft on some of the things going on, but I'm not also there to just create, stir, and make things obnoxious. And some people are that way. I'm not. I'm very middle of the road, meaning independent in my political views. And my only concern in this life whether it be political, geopolitical, whether it be current events, whether it be our day-to-day lives. It's my brothers and sisters of all pigment, of all races, of all creeds, of all religions. You know, if you're in my neighborhood and all of that is true, we have the same issues. We have the same tabletop discussions with our families or our partner or whoever. And that's all about getting the great middle class a higher leverage in running the government that we own, that the American citizens own. There's now signs going up all over Michigan, parts of Michigan, I should say, that are street signs that are dedicated to people who are pretty bad people. And I'm not going to get into all the specifics of that. I do have a couple of political discussions next week, so we can get into some pretty interesting stuff because there's a lot going on right now in the political landscape of this country. Natalia she's a feminine health and lifestyle. Family planning is what her interests are. Gender identity, which I really wanted to chat with her about. Life experiences, spirituality, feminism, relationships, entertainment and media, and an influencer. So obviously I have a couple of different interests in this conversation. So about her, world-renowned psychologist with a global following. She's recognized for her extensive psychological knowledge and techniques. NLP master, skilled at neuro-linguistics programming, which I love. That's been around for a while, and I've been involved in that myself. She uses her approach to help clients reframe their mindsets and achieve personal breakthroughs. Life coach, on and on and on. I mean, I could keep inspirational entrepreneur, always ready to discuss how to attract the right Mr. Right. I want to say I'm the Mr. Right. I have not been attracting the right, potentially Mrs. Right or Ms. Right. I attract the wrong. You know, I've got a checkered past, let's say. I've only had 2 long-term relationships. Both of them weren't fair to them, meaning not for the right reasons, I think. Looking back, I didn't know it at the time. I just was a stupid kid. And then more recently, I was just a stupid man. Now I am a less stupid man, I think, I hope. And I owe that to this show and my mental breakdown, which caused me to sit back and restructure after taking a look at who I am and what I am, and more importantly, what I am as I affect the outside world. So what I am, if I was a hermit, doesn't really matter, does it? What I am, if I have relationships or family or people that depend on me, or on and on and on, typical normal society. What I am at that point is important. It's important because we have a responsibility to those who are in our care or who care for us to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And that sounds vague or whatever. It sounds incomplete. But it isn't, because we have the ability. Okay. Let's poking into religion for a second, just to poke. God made the heavens and the earth. God made the animals. God made man and woman. Let's assume all of us agree on that, because no matter what religion you are, you agree on that, because they all believe in the same God. So, right? So anybody listening can't argue with that point, I believe. Of course, people who don't believe in God, sure. I don't know where you think this all came from, if that's the case. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to try something. So there's this story. I don't know how good I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try and do it. Meaning I'm going to kind of summarize, or I'm going to say it as best I can. But this is two men talking side by side, and they're like their babies, right? They're not talking like babies, but they're saying, and they say this. I wonder what it's going to be like on the outside when we get to the outside, if we ever do. And the other one says, oh, it's going to be totally different. It's a whole nother place. It's beautiful. It's light. It's got all this stuff that we don't have in here. Yeah, but how do we know that? I've never seen that. Oh, but you know, if there's got to be more out there than just us. I mean, there's food and there's air and there's water. I've heard all these things. I think I understand that. And the other one said, can't be. We get all of our nourishment through this cord. And he said, well, yeah, but mother is providing that nourishment through that cord. I don't believe there's a mother, the other one says. There's no such thing as a mother. How could there be a mother? I've never seen mother. So you're saying there's a mother. How can you prove that? Well, mother gave us life. Mother gave us this place to nurture and to grow and to be ready for the next things in our lives. He goes, the other one says, there's no mother. It can't be. I can't believe that mother would exist. Why isn't she here? If she really loves us, why isn't she here? Why can't I see her? Why can't I talk to her? The other one says back, you can talk to her. And she is here. She's protecting us. Mother is all around us. I have no idea why this I have no idea why that just broke me up, but mother is all around us and she feeds us and gives us our nourishment and gives us our lessons. And sometimes you can hear the rumblings out there. You know, so that I just don't understand how there can be a mother. I think that's as far as I could take it. I know there's other stuff that was said, but basically along the same line. And it made me really think, wow. That's the way we think about God. So my opinion of religion is that God has done everything basically that is basically we know of, more, obviously. But that humans fucked it up. I think the Bible is not necessarily, well, it's the word of God, but is it the word of God? Meaning, let's look at Catholicism. Sorry, Catholics out there. I hate to start off with you, but Catholics, you know, you guys have a pope, right? You've always had a pope, right? And that pope goes back. And back then, that was another way to rule the people. Popes actually were killers. They led people to go kill others. And we all know that story, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. We got 300 people here. Appreciate you being here. We should be starting to get in some questions. Either that or you guys are pissed off at me because my guest has not shown up yet, Natalia. I told her 11 o'clock Central Time. It's now 11:17. I'd be willing to bet we're going to go through this, and she's going to show up. My deal is show up 7 minutes before because we have several things to go. If she shows up right now, show's going to be way better than it is right now. But also, there's certain things we go through. You know, when I do this, I can't. Oh yeah, I can take them. Okay, bear. So you guys see me do that every once in a while. It's because when you guys are bringing in questions, I don't want to as I'm reading the questions, I don't want you looking at my ear hole while, in this case, Natalia would be making a great point. The better just her up on stage, right? So, I want to explain some of those things and about the green room, and about some other things. But so hopefully we'll be able to just manage through pretty easily there. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys supporting us. Ronaldo, oh my God, I'm so glad you're kind of back. For the last few weeks, Ronaldo, seriously. You don't know me anything, but you've been a ghost for like weeks, not just on the show. And you know what I'm talking about. So I'll just leave it there. Let's see what you got to say. Yeah, it's live. Things happen. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I see what you're saying. Things happen. We must understand this will happen. Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because, and that's one reason some people I let like on for free, and I stopped doing that for a while because of this kind of situation. It'll happen, especially when people don't have a little skin in the game. It's like, I want to come on. She's been hammering me for months, weeks at least, into month vicious. Here you go. See, okay, Ronaldo, you're being nice. Jared, you always like to poke at me. Where's your guest? I know she's in London right now. I actually didn't speak to her, but communicated with her over. Oh, wait. I just got a thing. Hold on. Let's see if that's her. Let's see. Sorry. Can we do it now? I am on. Hold on, guys. You're going to see her in a second. I am on the show. Click and join. You'll see her. Hey, Jared, you'll see her in a second. Hold on. I'm going to hang up on her here. This is not what I want to do. So can we do it now? Click and join. 290. There you are. Is that you? Oh, my goodness. You're in so much trouble. My audience is so mad at you, Natalia.
Really? So difficult.
They are. Yeah, we got 300 people here, girl. And they're ornery. They're obnoxious. Look at what Jared says. Hold on. Yeah. Where's your guest? They don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to you. You're a sexologist. You're going to fix all our man problems. I want somebody to find Mr. Right. I consider me Mr. Right. So I have so many reasons to talk to you, Natalia. So I'm so glad you made it. I'm glad. I know we were kind of fumbling around with the time zones. You're in London, right? Are you in London?
Yes, I'm in London.
All right.
But you're so far away, and it's so big difference in time. Very happy to see you.
It is very good to see you. I want a couple quick things, some things we know. That's why I try and get people on 7 minutes early, because we do things a little different. This is not an interview. I'm not going to go blah, 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 blah. Sorry, people. I got to go through a few things there. Blah, 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 blah. And then you go blah, blah, blah. This is me and you. We're at a friend's house. We're hanging out. You got this great information I could use, and everybody else, obviously more geared towards women, but it still applies, right? Back and forth. So there's so many things about relationships and this and that. All of a sudden, we're talking about it like we are now. And then all of a sudden, some friends start going, ooh, what's this? And they start asking questions. That's all this is. So I'll be bringing in questions from the guests. Oh, Jared. Oh, now he's happy. Look at he was like, I don't want to be on the show. See, now it's back up over 300. So you got to make this a professional show, because I do the opposite. I screw it up. I mess it up. It's aesthetically not correct. I mispronounced name. And you didn't even, why is your name not on your screen? Natalia, I was practicing this. Let me try this.
Kobylkina. Yes.
Linkina. Is that right?
Almost Kobylkina. Yeah.
Kobylkina. All right. So, why don't you please? You have an amazing career. You're known around the world. You've got an amazing reputation. I've seen many of your shows on other shows, podcasts, TV, whatever. And I love your approach, and I love your message, and I love your journey. But what I love to do, and what the people here really love, is what was the journey that led to the journey? What happened? Some people have gone back to birth. I'm not saying do that, but go back, and what brought you to this point, Natalia?
What do you mean? From what started the journey, or what do you?
So right now we're talking about your professional career and what you as a life coach, as an author, as the things that you're involved in. You're known for your expertise and your
Maybe I can a little
psychology.
bit to introduce myself from beginning, no?
From the beginning, from before that journey. So I started out as blah, 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 and why I got into becoming a psychologist. Not everybody just says, hey, I want to be a psychologist. Not everybody says, I want to be a sexologist. Why did you get into relationships? What caused that?
Hello, everybody again. I'm Natalia. I make seminars more than 20 years. My first seminar I make when I was 16. My family was very dysfunctional. And when you have dysfunctional family, usually you want first to help yourself. And like most of psychologists, I decided to be psychologist to help myself, to solve my problem. And also I wanted to learn how I can to seduce a man, because I saw that not always need to be the most beautiful girl in the school, but
True.
have some tricks which you can, if you understand it, you can know how to attract men, how to keep him, how to be married. And I start to learn a lot of tricks, what men wants, what men looking for. And very fast I become to be the most popular girl in school. And I say, aha, it's work. And after girls start to ask me, how you did it? Why everybody wants to dance with you? Why everybody invite you? What happened? How is possible? What did you change? And I say psychology. And then I start to help the girls which was the biggest loser in class, for example. And I start to work with them, which has overweight,
Wait,
some
this is
problem
why you're
skin.
still in high school? This is what, sorry.
I
Oh,
started
by
in
the way,
16, yeah. I was very
so
young.
by the way, just work with me here, because I consider myself the safety net. Everybody in here is way smarter than I am. You'll see they're very. Our audience is way more intelligent than that. So if I understand it, then everybody else will. You're the expert, so you're gonna say some things really that are natural and ongoing to you. So I may come in and just work with me a little bit and try and interrupt to try and get you to dig a little deeper on that. We like to get deeper into subject. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
So, and then I decided to help women who has problems, overweight, problematic skin, to find and to keep partners. And I say you don't need to be the most beautiful, you need to be most understandable what men looking for. And when it start to work, people start to come to me all the time. Natalia, I listen how some of your, I become to make very, very fast my population. All time people came to me, help me too. I saw how he's with him, how you did it. Can you help me? I like Michael. Can I be with Michael? What I need to do? And it started to be mouse of way from mouse to mouse. And one day people, and I make it like a hobby, I didn't charge, I just enjoy of this process. And one moment they start to ask, how much you charge? I say, for what? For helping to have boyfriend or to understand how to think man. And I say, but don't you charge? It's just a hobby. And one moment already when it's asked me again and again, I say, okay, give me $10 if you feel better. And slowly, it's I never placed this with my job, my work, my career. I studied clinical psychology, and it was just a hobby. And one moment, people start to come a lot, and I decided to make one seminar about how to flirt. It was very strange topic, how to flirt with people, and came so many people. Around 50 people, and already we put the price $100. And they came and they say, we want, what is the next level? What is the after? We like so much the seminar, because in the end of seminar, we go to the bar and you need to meet with somebody, and somebody need to buy you some drink. And it's like exam. Then you found a man. And when ladies, for example, who is 50 and never receive anything from men, come with drink, my first margarita in my life. And they were so happy. We want next seminar. What's the next? I say, and next we need to start to make a sex. And let's go to topic of sexology. And also already I was 20 something. I say it's so easy to make intimacy live, but for a lot of people, not like this. A lot of women never come. A lot of men has a lot of not self-confidence what to make with
True.
women in the bed.
True.
And then I start to make second sexology, and it was like, wow, because nobody speak open about this topic. And people say, how I can come, how I can make my wife to come, give me advice, where I need to put my fingers, what to do with my tongue, what I need to tell her, I need to slap her, I need to tell her to do something. And again, it's become to
Love
be
it.
very fast, very famous. People start to come all the time after invite me in TV show about this. We start to make TV show and to develop. And I can tell that a lot of people till now has a big troubles with intimacy life. A lot of women never receive orgasm with her partner. A lot of women stay without sex years, not months, years. And I tell the first girls, go to make sex. If you will stay a long time without relationship, first you make sex. After everything more. First you need to have intimacy. It's very important to have good sex in your life.
I think right down to the basic biology. I mean, religion-wise, everything. It's part of the human experience, and it without it, you're missing part of your own development and your own happiness, and that all goes to how you reflect out into the world. I mean, things build up, right? And there's those emotions that come out in that human contact. Just touching, just a handshake, just a pat on the back. Those are all important things because we're a social being. To the ultimate level of what's needed to fulfill it, and I'm no expert. I'm just kind of trying to summarize what you're saying here. That emotion, that feeling, that intimacy with another human being is probably, and I'm no expert, but probably one of the most important things that can happen to a man or a woman. I'm a man, so I keep saying man. Sorry,
You
to a
know,
woman
huge
or a man.
problem. Huge problem because a lot of men, they just need the sex, just need penetration and to feel I am inside. Like I eat my hot dog, I have a sex. It's one of needs. For women, it's a big deal. For
Yeah.
women, sex it means that it's in love. I must be special. When I see him and he kiss me already, I see how he will marry me, how we have 5 kids, where we go to Maldives, and it's fully romantic movie. TV series which she has in her head when she see men which she likes, and when he's seeing women which he likes, it's only a short porno movie. Bam, bam, bam. That's all. And for this reason, we women, we fall in love when we are very satisfied in the bed. Even men, totally wrong. Even it's not good for you. But if woman came and she's satisfied, she wants him. She fall in love. Men, no. Men never fall in love by sexuality. Men
Yeah,
fall in love
that's true.
by
That makes sense.
effort which he did for this women. When she's something
Can I
open
add
in
to
him.
that? Can I add to that for a second? Because that's kind of where I was going with that. I think obviously, I mean, you're an expert. You've been in this forever, and I'm just speaking about my observations. Whatever, just a podcast, just some dude. But to me, especially as I get older, and it seems like, yeah, especially when they're younger, there's men mature just like women mature. I think men mature a lot slower. But at the end of the day, I think the fact of a woman wanting sex and being satisfied by sex from me, from the man, I think that adds to a man falling in love. Now, it's not everybody's different to a degree, but it seems to me, at least for me, more and more, that intimacy means something to me. I haven't been intimate in a long time, but that intimacy, especially in a marriage, if that falls apart, then it also falls apart for a man, not just because he's not getting it, but because he doesn't feel attracted to his woman. And that's important also to a man, right? Or am I
Mhm.
wrong here? Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, soon I've been on one seminar, Sadia Khan, she's very famous coach, and one lady asked, what mean how value woman? And one man, he was 50 something, he told, beautiful and I want to sleep with her. If she doesn't attract me, I don't care. She's lawyer, doctor, what she did in her life,
Right.
because or I want her or I don't want. That's all. Very simple things. And a lot of women don't understand it. She say, but I'm a lawyer, or I did my job, or I'm good cooker. Who cares? When you're a woman, if you're factable, like man wants to be with you, it's work. If not, you cannot do anything. Man first see with his eyes and is provocate him or not provocate. After many stuff. We are women, we see effort which men do for us. Sometimes men need to be a little bit more beautiful than monkey, and it's totally enough. But if he make actions
Wait, did you just say more beautiful than a
a
monkey?
little bit more beautiful than
Yeah, a
monkey,
little bit. That I left the most important word. As long as I'm a little bit more beautiful than a monkey, I've
it's
got a
enough.
shot. Okay, all right. Then I've got a shot. Help me out. Find somebody for me. How do I make myself something that somebody wants? By the way,
To make
by the way,
effort,
by the way,
exactly.
I'm going to jump off periodically because a lot of questions are coming on. I don't want them looking at my ear hole while you're making a great point. This is a
Okay. Yeah, welcome with questions. If you have questions, ask me. It's feel great.
Yeah, so I'm going to start bringing them on now, but go ahead and then I'll bring them on and I'll read them. I'll put them on the screen. I'll read them and then, we can start working through some of the more finite stuff. But answer what we were just talking. So I'm a little bit better looking than a monkey. I think I can qualify there. So I've got a shot. I've only had 2 real relationships my whole life. Besides high school, I had one important one back then, different thing, whatever. So I have not looked for the right person, and I think that's part of this too. But you said for me to be worthy of being a partner, there's things I need to do. There's actions. There's stuff. You were going down that when I stopped you.
Usually,
Please.
women which you choose, Rod, usually women which you choose, they didn't choose you, or why you didn't have a relationship?
So because I was in my relationships very long. My first one gave me my first 2 boys, and I've got grandchildren now. But
Fantastic.
24 years, and then about a year and a half, I did some dating. After we broke up after their kids stayed with me, and she moved on, and then about a year and a half later, about a almost 20-year relationship. So that's 45
Wow.
years. Yeah.
That's
So
fantastic.
thank you. Well, yeah, but I got married for the wrong reasons. I got married the first time because I didn't think nobody would ever want me in the first person. I hate to say that. I was really bad. I did not do that marriage justice. She was a wonderful woman. But you got to also, when you start out with a relationship, you got to make sure it's sexual intimacy is critically important, but it's also, you got to find the right person, right? You got to be the right person for the right person. Otherwise, you're going down a rabbit end. I don't think we spend enough time getting to know each other. Is that part of the discussion to wrap in here?
I work very often in UK with people who has arrangement marriage. When you don't have idea to whom you marry, and when you came, they say, it's your husband, it's your wife, enjoy, guys. And I spoke a lot with, it's usually Indian culture, and
Yes.
I asked them, how you feel about this? And a lot of arrangement marriage working. And I was surprised because we are European people, American people, we choose. We decide, I want to be married, don't want to be married. And statistically, arrangement marriage more long and more happy than marriage when we choose. It's statistics.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Because
they're
we think
choosing
too
for
much,
you?
especially when we married 20. I married 19. Also,
Huh?
very young. I was married 11 years. First marriage, 8, another marriage. So when you married 19, when I married, I was student, I was girl, you don't think so much, you just see guys, it's nice, I'm nice, we like each other, let's to enjoy life. And in my culture, you cannot just to live with somebody. If you like somebody, parents say, if you like somebody, go to marry. You cannot just like, our culture doesn't accept it. So today is different. Today, women, they go to marry around 35, 40. In this
True.
time, she has huge list what she expect. To be beautiful, to be handsome, to be athletic, six packs, rich, always want sex, monogamic, with sense of humor, to wants only me, to likes my kids from my previous marriages, to be always around me, to be the same age like me, and not possible. It's not possible. It's like six men cannot cover one woman today. And statistically, the forecast for women, then the next 5 years, mostly of women will single because they want too much from men, and men cannot cover it. Before, men just need to be a man. He find good woman, he married, and that's all. Like it's forever.
Yep.
Now women have so much acceptation, so demanding, and men one moment decide to stay PlayStation, to drink, or to be lonely because always you can find somebody for sex. Then to stay in marriage. It's very complicated today. A woman doesn't want to be married, not men. Why the
Yeah.
relationship lose passion over time?
Yeah.
When we start relationship, our
Oh,
brain give
by the
us.
way, hold on. Before you go there, I thought I was going to read it. The same person, Lanrick, said, "Great show. Natalia brings so much energy." He must
Thank
know
you.
you from before. Either that, or he's just bringing it on right now. So he's also asking this question: why do relationships lose passion? I would imagine because you're not putting the effort in.
Mhm. Um, Chemistry pass by 3 years. When we met new people, we have a lot of
Yep.
cortisol and adrenaline, which provocates very strong chemistry attraction.
Sure.
Slowly, if we start to live together, our blood become to have a lot of dopamine. Dopamine, you become to feel like it's my person. I feel very comfortable. We can sleep together, we can eat together, we can share everything together. But one moment we become to be like sister and
Missed that.
brother. And when you're sister and brother, you have a lot of dopamine, you feel comfort with this person. But
Okay.
unfortunately, or dopamine or adrenaline. Adrenaline disappear. And then you can live with this person, but don't have some big chemistry. What help? Help if you have some adrenalinic hobby. For example, if you go ski together, after ski, usually people has very good sex. Or you run together, or you
Okay.
want to make some big target to make repair at home, or to achieve, you go to mountain together. You have several kids which make you big headache and big problems. Everything which
True.
make you headache, problems, adrenaline, after when you solve problem, you feel better together and it came something new in your life. But it's a lot of work with yourself. Also, if you are very tired, if you have small kids and nobody help you, it's kill passion. It's kill. You need to spend time like a beautiful woman, beautiful man to go dinner, to do something together, common hobby, and then you can to grow up together. It's a job to do stuff together.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense because now you're keeping that mutual interest up and going. By the way, now that you've joined, we've got 432 people on. That's getting close to the higher end of our average.
Okay.
Usually it's 200-300 people. So this is information, and you'll see there's a lot of guys going, "How do I do this? We're messed up, and we know it." So this is a godsend. I mean, what's the best way to find a healthy partner?
Mostly of people doesn't want healthy partner. You know how many healthy women and men go around, but they are boring. Mostly men likes bitches. Somebody who will break his
Oh,
ball. He will tell, I want so good girl. But after when I meet one man, like matchmaker sometimes I work, and I meet some man with nice girl, he say, oh, Natalia, she's very boring. And he choose some totally cuckoo, totally bitchy girl. And he say, oh, I like her so much. I say, she has like you, she has harem, she has 5 men. You need to spend a lot of money with her. I like her so much. She's so incredible. People very often doesn't want healthy partners. We must be very healthy and then we choose healthy partner. If you grew up in problematic dysfunctional family, if your mother father fight, if all time was up and down, they fight, they hug, they fight, they hug, if has divorce, if has problematic with money, with some property, with stepmothers, grandmother, mother-in-law, all these problems, it's attracts that you don't know how to be happy. You know how to be unhappy. And then if you attract partners who make you crazy, but you feel something. Because if it's healthy
Ah,
partner, you say, it's good person, but I don't feel attraction. I don't have
yeah,
chemistry. It's good girl, it's good man. It's true, it's very nice person, but I don't feel anything.
yeah.
And then you go
That's
unhealthy
interesting.
partner and you say, it's unhealthy. She make me crazy. I want sometimes to kill her, but I like her so much.
Oh my God, you just described my last relationship. I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, she was not the best person for me. And I'm not a healthy person, so I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not throwing rocks in a glass house.
Mm.
But I totally get what you're saying. Because my first was good person, really good person. Things not so good. You know, when she talks, sounds like a. You ever take your nails along a chalkboard? You know, I got to that point. So, but she was a good person. My second relationship was interesting. A little bit of a different personality. Beautiful woman. As a matter of fact, producer Barbie. When we exit, you'll see. And about really about four. I had a motor out of my body. That was when we both decided I was going to get my own apartment because I couldn't go upstairs anymore for a while. I had to get
Mm.
back to that. 3 months I was in the hospital. But that's when we split. She's in California now. I'm in Oklahoma near my kids. So but that was that was an addictive relationship to me. I knew it wasn't good for me relatively close in, but I couldn't leave. Even at the end, I mean, I was going broke helping her do stuff because I'm addicted to her. And that's kind of what you're talking about. Is that bad girl kind of gets you addicted in some way? Am I off there, or am I kind of right?
Yeah. A lot of we used to have this cortisol up and down. When we are
Mhm.
together, we feel so happy, but so happy. You,
Yes.
oh my gosh, it's so nice. And after it jumps, and you feel like you want to die, like everything totally broke inside. Like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
it's. But you remember how was good hair, and you say, but maybe
Yes.
one time more, maybe we can do it. Let's try to work it again and again. Blams. And it can be years. One time, sometimes you feel it's too tired. I cannot work. Oh my gosh, enough, enough, enough. And we say next time I will choose somebody healthy. We choose somebody healthy. We try, but very often it's not work because you say I want something unhealthy. But really, I feel alive. Unfortunately, if we grew up with a lot of pain from our parents, for us, love mean pain. And then when we feel this
That
pain,
makes sense.
we
That makes
feel
sense.
alive. And when I'm alive, I know that I will suffer. But from this moment when I alive and I can breathe, I'm ready to accept pain and I will try again.
Wow. That that hits the point right there, isn't it? I mean, if
Mm.
you're growing up in a dysfunctional situation, you're going to find or be attracted to or move towards dysfunctional situations. So, and I've never, you don't usually hear it that way. So I can feel alive. Because if I go into a healthy relationship, which is what you've been getting at, I'm connecting dots here. If you go into a healthy relationship, then you're like almost in a coma, not a coma. You're almost in a like a sleep state. You don't feel that same thing. If you were healthy, you might feel it, right? I mean, then you're on the same wavelength, right? That energy. But if you're in an energy that's over here, and then you find somebody who's just kind of what you would really want in life to be, it doesn't work, right? That's the bottom line.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So Rochelle she's been coming on a lot. I remember her name because one of my favorite writers is Hemingway. I'm a poet and a book. And this, actually, I'm doing this because of the book I'm querying. And this is taken off some. Our first show ever was September 17th. So 2 days ago, a year and 2 days ago, we ran our first live stream ever. And we're at about 348 shows now. And
Wow.
almost 9,000 subscribers. And we're growing every day. We gained 100 subscribers yesterday. We had a really cool show.
Fantastic.
Hey, that reminds me, folks, we've got 430 people on right now. I'm going to count the likes. There better be 430 likes. Come on, it's Natalia. She's got information we all need here. And so give us some likes. Subscribe, please. All right, there. Oh, one other thing I didn't do. I wanted to make sure and thank the city of Mangum. We have this regeneration school program, and the city library, the public library, which is a huge, beautiful three-floor building, has given us the opportunity to put our own studio in here and go and broadcast daily from here. They're supporting our program, and I just wanted to give them a shout out and a thanks. So let's get back into it here real quick. And, like what Rochelle said, thank you for the powerful.
Thank you, guys. Welcome with your questions. Why do successful women often feel lonely? Or
this is an important one. Exactly. This is a big one, right?
We need to go a little bit more deep from your question about theory of Karen Lawrence. Karen Lawrence, he has a Nobel Prize from this. He told that every people we can share alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha man, it's normal. It's strong man who achieve what he want to achieve. Steve Jobs, Trump. We can see a lot of strong presidents of the country, of the companies. And we use it, alpha man can be only men, but it's not true. If you take Oprah Winfrey, a lot of very successful women, it's alpha women. Alpha women, it's a lot today. Many years ago, it was forbidden because women didn't have education, women stay home and must be just mother and wives. Have a lot of suicide of women who was not possible to study. Today, when women can study and
wait. Whoa. You said there in the past there was a higher level of suicide?
Yes, a lot.
Really?
Especially in America. You have so many situations.
I had no idea. Wow.
Yes. Because a lot of women feel very like in prison when she couldn't be. I've been in one very beautiful exhibition soon in London of women artists. And if you see Van Gogh, Salvador Dali, never women, only men. And I say, why? It's women, not worthily artists than men. And then I found that only 100 years ago in London, you can have education like a women. Before, even if you're an artist or you make a book, you need to be married and your husband or father put his name, then he creates this. And only this, it can be visible. It's only 100 years. Only 100. It's not so long. So,
no, it's not.
Now when women have freedom, a lot of women unfortunately remember how bad to be married. And a lot of women today choose to be lonely because if you're successful, if you're strong, you study, you work like crazy, a lot of men feel small and cannot tolerate success of women. And a lot of women, they're more ambitious today than men. Better surviving than men. If woman has a child and she's single mother, she will kill, but she will attach and achieve her goals. She will never give up because she don't have chance. She has a child. She must do it. And today, a lot of women are very, very strong achiever, very successful, and a lot of men opposites. When I go London outside, I see lunchtime, a lot of men with babies and women working.
Mhm.
And today, a lot of men in UK take fatherhood, like he stay home, take support from government, mother come back home. Totally change sexuality, totally change relationship. A lot of men prefer women who is more successful, who make more money. And of course, one moment women say, why I must be married? Because today, very often, women need to be and successful and beautiful and cook and clean and to take a kids. And one moment she say, why? Why I need to have a husband? I need to be with somebody who is motivate me, inspire me, make me happy. If I don't feel happy, better to be alone. And today, if women's financial independent, most of women prefer to be single. It's true.
It's interesting. That's very interesting. Why do you think that is in the change? Do you think, well, before we go there, because I think the cultural thing is going to be a little different than what I'm going to describe right now. So, my first marriage, she gave me my two boys, and that's just a way to put it. They're her boys. You know what I mean by that. I hope you do. Anyway, when my first son was born, I had I used to wrestle up into the Olympic trials, and I was working. I used to sell. So when our first son was born, Brandon, I had back surgery. I had blown out my back, my lower back. So I had back surgery, and I had to stay home. But since I was in cell, I could work from the home. So I basically raised Brandon, and while my wife at the time, my ex-wife, worked, and I worked from home. So I raised him while I worked. And then Brandon, same boy, who I moved down here. Part of the reason I moved down here, the rest was for the show. We can get into that in another show. But he stays home and he takes care of my granddaughter. But he also is the primary breadwinner in the house because he works from home, and just like I was. And so there's those situations that were basically non-existent before, or in some cases where I agree with the fact that if I'm dating a woman who has much more earning potential than us, it does socially inhibit a man as far as their personal feelings about themselves, right or wrong. I think society obviously has a lot to do with that. But my question being, aside from the examples I just gave you, why do you think men are changing roles now? Do you think that society over the last 8-10 years and the demonization and the demasculinization of men have had anything to do with it? It's being reversed now because the young guys are going extremely hard the other way. You know how that pendulum goes back and forth. It never does this. It does this, right? So
Exactly.
do you, in your
A
opinion,
little bit, yeah. A very good question.
Thank you.
First, I would like to recommend one book, Sapiens. I don't know if you read it. One of the best books, Sapiens.
Okay.
Sapiens, Anthropology. It's one American Jewish anthropology. Bill Gates told that if he need to go somewhere alone from forever, he will take only this book with him. I'm totally Oprah Winfrey speak about this book. It's a very famous book, translated on many languages. Sapiens. If you didn't read this guy, I check men like this. I not date my man who doesn't read Sapiens. Sapiens is very, 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 very important book for today because it's anthropology. He explained everything about relationship, about sapiens, why we are like this, why religion is so important,
what does sapiens
why
mean?
change, why a woman today to change. And many years it was patriarchat when women again say stay home and with kids. Now we go to matriarchat, but we go with huge speed. Because who is most richest today? Influencers, social media. If you go social media, the most successful on social media, women. Women today can make money very easy. You, for example, I have around 1 million followers in my social media. And for me, very easy to make money from everything. Advertising of clothes, makeup, party. Soon I need to go to Fashion Week in London. I need to go some events. Like for us women, today you just need your phone. And I just come back today from Monaco. Even when I travel, they pay me to advertise hotels, restaurants, place. And a lot of women today like this. For men, it's not work like this.
No.
Men need to do some totally different job and very strong business to be so successful and to make money. So when today a woman become to be very independent, it's game changing. Everything change. The business change.
100%.
Today, when you take Forbes last statistics, women choose youngest men. Many years ago, men choose youngest women. Today, women choose youngest men. Women say, why I need to stay with old guy if I can take young? And all become to be opposite. Today, young men complain me then they afraid of women. They say you go to restaurants, stay women 40, 45, successful business women, and they say waiter, oh waiter, I will fuck him, not me. And before was opposite. Now waiters are in the dangerous position because women took them, steal them, and do everything with men what they want. Women go there, say I took him, let's go boy. Uh, Game change. And the sexuality become to be very
You
open.
are
Women want her
hilarious.
enjoying.
Yeah. You're
And like
hilarious.
this.
Wait, while we got a second here, real quick, just to go back and hover back over, what does that name mean? The name of the book, it refers to a type of personality? Sapient. What does that mean?
Sapiens.
Sapiens. What does that mean?
Sapiens like Homo sapiens.
Oh, sapiens, Homo sapiens. Gotcha. Okay, sorry.
Homo
When
sapiens,
you
yeah.
just said that word, I wasn't sure what you meant. So human
Homo
beings.
sapiens.
The book, yeah, it's talking about humans, about us. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you. I'm a safety net. I'm way down here, man. I don't know. I'm just a dude. I don't know that much stuff. I know a little bit about a lot of things. That's why I have this show. And you know everything. So go on, please. Homo sapiens. Okay. Love the book.
Homo
I'm looking
sapiens,
it
yeah.
up.
Very, very. I will even now try to find the name of the guy. It's really a fantastic book. I like to read. I write my 8 books from this reason because I like to read. Yeah.
Beautiful home, by the way. Love your
Yeah.
coloring.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Next
like that green.
questions.
You got. Oh yeah. Okay. Boy, you're a slave driver, girl. All right. So
Also,
where are
one
we
very
at?
good book attached. If you didn't read it, because today a lot of people very avoid of to be attachment with somebody and very afraid of relationship, and it's really great. I found him. Yuval Noah Harari. Yuval Noah Harari. Harari. Homo sapiens.
That's very cool. So let me ask you. Daniel's got a question here. How do
Mhm.
power dynamics affect relationships? The power dynamics.
How power dynamic of affect relationship.
I'm assuming he's
Oh,
talking about the power dynamics between each partner, right? That's I assume.
general, I very believe in synergy. If you find correct partner with whom you have love, with whom you really enjoy, you can grow up very fast. You can achieve a lot of deals, you can achieve a lot of money, you can attract very good stuff in your life. And opposite, if it's toxic relationship, it can eat all your energy and you feel so empty, you can lose and health and money and everything. And it's very important how you use this energy.
Yeah.
And I very like Kabbalah. I'm not Jewish, but I read a lot of Kabbalah because very old culture. And Kabbalah told, if you love woman, if you care about her, if you make her happy, and she has this blessing to be happy woman, from happiness of woman, she give you like a blessing. Man become to develop. I've been in Israel many years ago, and one man stopped me in airport, said, "What do you want?" I said, "What do you mean?" Tell me, what do you want? I again, what do you want? What do you mean? Ask me something. I say, I know, orange juice fresh. One moment. And he came and he gave me fresh. And I said, who you are? Why you do it? And he told me, I'm taxi driver. I didn't have clients today already 12 o'clock and not clients. And I believe if I will make some woman happy, I hope this fresh will make you more happy. I change my karma and I will attract new clients and I will feel better because I make somebody happy. For me, it's very important in our culture to make women happy. And I was thinking about this. How smart is it? A lot of men don't understand it. I know a
No,
lot of couples when they start to be together and woman invest a lot of love, monogamy, support to men. He develop, and after say, I'm rich, I'm big, and he start to cheat her to go with another young ladies, and he lost everything. And I say, what you did? Your wife was with you in this. She passed with you so long way. She support you in everything. You become to be big because her energy, because her love, because she take care about kids, about house, because she was always with you, and all this to grow up you. And when men don't understand it and don't respectful for woman who loves him and give him everything, he lost everything. Can be opposite. Sometimes it can be a woman who has a man who loves her so much, supports her so much, and she grew up by him, by his support and energy. And then also it's not her money, it's their money. They're together grew up and they together enjoy this, like a synergy. And it's very important in couple to see who is more at the moment, who is more potential, who is more strong, and to support the strongest and to say, you're very good in this. I can give back with my career, but I support you because you have more talent or more potential. It can be change. Maybe you change culture, maybe something happened. It's not always must be like this, but you need to speak. Conversation, communication. I make a lot of private session with couples, with personal people. On kobylkina.com you can find my packages. And a lot of couple totally change. For example, now I've been in Monaco. One of my clients, she was single. She come to me. She wants to find a husband. She has very blockages about love. We change it. She met fantastic man. He lives in Monaco. And they become to be together. He grew up so much. Since they're together, he already was successful, but when they met,
okay.
so many new projects came to his life. He developed a lot. He feels so happy with her and very beautiful couple. And he very appreciates her for her energy, support that she's with him with everything. It's important to be appreciate your partner.
Yeah, so I want to lead into something by acknowledging what you said. Communication, that's the key to what you were just talking about, to be able to communicate back and forth. Like you said, things may change, things may develop. You're really good at this. I'm going to support you at that. That communication back and forth is really strong in being able to keep. When communication dies, that's the first death of all of it, isn't it? Right?
Yes, communication dies when start lies.
So,
Very difficult to be always honest with your partner. And
so
we
we need.
one time stay silent, second time start to be gaps, and one moment we start to lie, and then
There it is.
communication start to die.
There it is. So that's when, and we don't do that, at least here in the States, because I know I tried my first, but it's not that easy. When you're at that point, it's not that easy to come to a professional like yourself, Natalia, is there? That what does that look like? What are you doing to bring people back into where they need to be to fulfill themselves, much less their partnership? What does your coaching look like? I want to get into a little
For
bit of
example, one couple come to me, they're together 12 years, and they have sex
right.
one time per year. They love each other, they want to be together, young people, but they doesn't know why they don't have sex. And we speak a little bit, and after I say, can you write me your sexual wishes? She write her, he write his. And after I say, can I read it? They give it to me to read. I say, you have the same. And they say, boss, no way. I say, guys, you have totally the same. And for example, they never try anal sex. They never try something to keep her hands. And I start to
Yeah.
speak about this. And he see on her say, why you never tell me? We're 12 years together. And she said, I was afraid that you will see that I'm slut. Say, how you can be slut? You're my wife, 12 years. And she said, okay, why you never told me this, that you want this? I will think that you are think that I'm bad man. How you're a bad man? I love you. And it was so amazing. Like
That's
slowly,
cute.
slowly, we
That's
start
cute.
to open conversation, and
Yeah.
how both afraid, even they're together so many years, and we start to make topic by topic. When I start, for example, what I never told you, what make me to feel shame. I'm very afraid to tell you. I think you will angry if I will share with you. And slowly, slowly, I make very safety space when we don't have punishment, when we don't discuss these topics after session, for example. And now they're together still now already 22 years, 10 years after my session. Have two kids, very, very happy. And they told me, no, it's so help us this session. It's like we've been everybody sleeps separately, not have connection, but now we start to feel each other. It's very important to see from which point, or sometimes when other couple come to me, one they have two kids, and one moment one kid was very sick. And this moment he doesn't know how to react. His mother was died when he was child, and when he see hospital, it reminded him a lot. And he couldn't support his wife. He said, I cannot. And he ran away. He said here, I cannot. And she feel very lonely in the situation that she left her, and she couldn't forgive him. And she doesn't know all the story about his mother, how react like this. They continue to live together, but like with big gap. Don't speak. She feel offensive. Stop to make sex. And when they come to me, they say we don't want to divorce, but we feel like we are foreigners in one house. And then we go this point when he was a small child and he was crying so much that he couldn't save his mother, and it's a reminder we clean the situation. After she shared how she felt alone when he left her in hospital, he said, I feel so small. I feel like small boy. I didn't feel like I'm 45 years old man this moment. But when we start to describe it, to open conversation, they cry, they hug, they was connect, and now they're together, but on different level of connection. But they couldn't make it without therapist. Some situation when it's very painful, you
Yeah.
cannot make operation to yourself. I'm always fully booked because I very, very love people. And I very know how to go by pain because I have a lot of pain in my life. And for me, it's very understandable. But pain and fears of pain usually more stronger than pain. When we go inside of pain and we clean it, which is this not so big deal. We are already
Yeah.
adults. We can speak about this. But
Sure.
idea to speak about pain, it's so painful and we're so afraid.
True.
And my work very often is to follow my clients together in this pain, to go, to clean, to share, and to come back like newborn people. And a lot of couples, I thank you God, save. Some couples I help to divorce.
That's
Sometimes it's
beautiful.
also happened.
That's beautiful. Before I do Ronaldo here, so to speak, I want to ask you a question about that. Um, Ronaldo is a very good friend of the show. She comes on quite a bit. She's actually a digital friend of mine. I've never met her, but she's got a really important question. I know why she's asking it. It's the only reason I bring that up. Before we get to her, though, um, along the lines that you're talking about, maybe a little bit different, but you talked about the husband was still dealing with pain from his mother's death, if I got that right, and that's why that was happening between them, and they were becoming strangers, and you brought them back together. And I agree, professional help. Which reminds me, please, in the private chat, can you put in your contact information that you want? We're not done yet,
Mhm.
but just, and then I'll copy and paste it and put it into the contacts, because I always get this a month later, an hour later, a year later,
Mm.
somebody's going to come on and say, Natalia was saying this thing. How do I get a hold of it? Can you just leave your contact? There it is. Okay, cool. I'll copy and paste that when you're answering one of these next two questions. My question is, to relate to that story, carrying on with the story you talked about a second ago, you hear a lot. I mean, there's movies, all sorts of stuff, when there's a happy, even a very happy married couple, family, and then one of the children die, that always creates this thing, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm looking up here. I can't always see your facial expressions. My camera's up here, so if I'm to look at you, I have to look at you down here, but that's how I have to show I'm looking at.
yeah.
So did you know where I'm going with that, right? Can you ask what is that that's going on? I mean, I know what is going on, but why can't they're already married? They both love this child. And is it a difference between how a woman reacts to that as a man?
I'll give you one
Emotionally?
example. One couple
Yeah.
come to me. They have two daughters. One of them died from cancer, 5 years old.
There you go.
Huge trauma, huge.
Yeah. Big time.
Guy, he was successful businessman. She was housewife always. And when it happened, he couldn't. He started to drink so much and he lost his business. He lost everything. But they have second child, 8 years old. She saw how he cannot do anything in this situation. Very often in pain, we women, we survive better than men. And she looking for my help. He said, doesn't want to go to psychologist. I cannot, I just want to drink. And she said, what to do? I need to make some money because I have second child. I never worked before. And she, one friend of her, invite her in Greece. Say, come to me to help me with my kids and take your daughter with you. We will find solution. And she started to make, she was very good in sport. She started to train her daughter in the sport and become to be better. Last year, she trained Olympic people from Olympic Games in Greece, and she became to be very famous trainer. Daughter already big, she's 20, grew up, and she told me, I so sorry that my daughter was died, but from another side, I totally changed my life. I changed country, I changed language, I changed profession, I changed man. She has now another husband in her life, and my life like second life. My husband from father of this couldn't. He continued to blame me for this that she was cancer because my mother died from cancer. He couldn't continue. He
That's
don't
too
have
bad.
good job, suffer all his life, like totally fall down. But he didn't looking from professional help. In this moment, very important to looking from help. We are women. For us it's more easier to go to psychologist. And mostly of my clients, 90% it's women. Sometimes men come to me, and if be honestly, I have fast result with men. When men come to me like a clients, I
Yeah, I
say do
believe
this,
that.
do this, do this, and men grow up very fast with me. But it's very difficult for men to came. Usually wives push him to come to me, or mothers, or some friends which he trusts, or brothers, sisters, like this. Very rarely men, he need help, but very difficult to accept that I need help, especially from
You know
women.
why? You know why, right? Why that is? Society. I mean, we've grown
Mm,
up that it's stigma for
mm,
men. It's like the toxic man, this man. We've grown up in a society that expects us to be this, just like women. I mean, we've had our roles, but those roles are evolving, and not necessarily in a good way for men. But again, the pendulum's starting to swing back. So I'm assuming that 90, because I was the one that always drove, because I know how important. I know I don't know that much, and I know you know a lot more. So somebody like you is somebody, because I like relationship. Whoop, religion went dark on me. Oh, somebody's calling. I bet you're on the phone. I bet. Yeah, I lost her. Aw, Ronaldo. I don't think she liked my question. So, Ronaldo, I'm not going to answer this question because I'm biased, but I hope we get her back. I don't know what happened to her. Oh, wait, there she is.
try to go to the
Uh,
by the chat, and from this reason, to put.
did you get a phone call? I have a question. Did you get a phone call? Is that what happened?
Yeah, all that's okay.
Anyway, I thought I said something wrong. I was telling Ronaldo.
No,
I hope I
no,
didn't say
it's okay.
something wrong. So as far as that goes, It's a challenge in these I shouldn't say it that way. You've been doing this for more than a minute. This isn't your first rodeo. So in the last X number, a couple of decades, have you seen a change or an evolution in how people, what people are talking about, how people are acting, who's coming in? You said 90-10. That's been that way for a long time, obviously. That's probably better than it was 10 years ago or so. But,
Big changes. Maybe it's also connect. I live in London. In London, for example, big topic now is dating. People go to situationship. When I was young, I'm 41. When I was 20, we never speak about
you're still
situationship.
young.
No.
You're still young.
Eh,
Trust me, you're still young.
well, not 20 at all.
You're in the prime, man. You're in the my 40 to 50.
Yeah, but for
you're
example, in my
dying.
20, we didn't have the situationship. If we like
True.
somebody, we go to relationship. We didn't know what meant situationship. Now, new generation, situationship, it's so normally just to have a sex without connection, without love, without intimacy. For me, it's still very strange. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And you exactly, Ronaldo asked this. My parents were married 65 years, but can get by 20 years mark. What do you suggest for a longer relationship? My family, my parents, they're married 46 years old and they're still alive and continue to be married. But not because they're so happy, because it's not correct to divorce. Our grandfathers doesn't mean that if they live together 60 years that they were so happy, because it was shame. If you divorce, it's shame. How you can divorce? You must be married. They don't have sex. They can fight. They can hate each other. They live for kids, but they live together because they don't have choice. Because very difficult to find a partner. Because everybody married. Because if you're not married, you're like a loser of society, and they will throw you back. Today, people don't care. You married, you don't married, you divorce. How many times you divorce? Your kids, without kids, it's change. We don't care. And then when women have a choice, 90% statistic. Today, 70-80% of people divorce. From this 70-80% of divorces, 90% who wants to divorce a woman. A woman say, I don't want to be married. Very, very, very rarely men initiate divorce. 90% it's woman initiative. Women say, I'm not happy. I don't want to be tolerated this. I want this. If you don't cover me, sorry, goodbye. And of course, it's
I
like
agree
this.
with that. Why do you think that's true? Why is it more women are dissatisfied in their marriage than men? Because they pay more attention?
Marriage, it's more convenient for men. It's not convenient for women. Again, statistic, it's not like my personal reasons. I have a lot of numbers. Statistics, then the most happiest people in the world, it's married men and divorced women.
Wow.
When men married, it means that he always has somebody. And also statistics, that men who is married live longer, married men and divorced women.
Yes. Divorced women live longer than married women, and divorced men don't live as long as married men.
It's true, yeah. It's statistic.
No,
Because
I know
my mother is doctor, and I have a lot of doctors in my family, and they told you when you go, for example, if people have a cancer, if you go cancer, usually if men sick, always woman around him, cook, coming, call every day, very worried. But if woman sick, very rarely you can see husband who come, give food, take care, help. It's only 10%. Unfortunately. Very often when woman is sick, men say sorry and leave her. And came to help her girlfriends, her parents, sisters, somebody who ready to take care about her.
I get that. I totally get that. And that's a shame. It's a shame that men are happier when they're married and women are happier not when they're divorced, just when they're single. So right? I mean, that's the point. I mean, you got to be divorced to be single. So, right. I mean, that's what you're saying. And then probably not jump right into another relationship, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Or yes,
Because when you're married, you have a lot of limitation.
you
I
do.
have experienced 19 years marriage summary, and it's a big, long life. Now I'm single 2 years. I can compare. I enjoy more to
Oh,
be
wow.
single than to be married. Because when you're married, it's big job. Like you make and
It is.
career, and kids, and cooking, and cleaning, and care about your husband, and all together, and you don't have your freedom.
Let me
Not
ask you
easy.
this. Let me ask you this. So you're being single. Um, so you're being single, meaning you're not in a relationship necessarily. And I'm not sorry, say whatever you want in response. But you've not been married for 2 years, which surprises me. But are you just being able to now date when you want, do what you want, have sex when you want? Is that what you're? Oh, did I
Hello?
lose you? Did you hear any of that?
Oh,
Did you
why
miss
don't
that?
listen you?
I'm here. Do you hear me? Hello? I can see you.
Mm-mm.
Can
Something
you see me?
happened. I don't listen you. You listen me?
I hear you.
I
Do you
don't
hear
listen.
me? So, Ronaldo, you want to chat for a minute? You got anything to? I'm not going to answer your question. Why? I could. So, guys, should I bring her back on, or should I just make her? Should I harass her? I know she can hear me. I know you can hear me, Natalia. I'm harassing you right now. All right. Oh wait, why are you not? Why is your screen not? Whoa, we got 3 of you on now. Okay,
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna remove this one. I have 2 of you on now. You're twins. That's a man's thing right there. So,
you start to go on this behavior. So I
so,
have 10 minutes more. I need to go to my fashion week.
yeah,
If you let
no,
me.
no, we're all set. I just wanted to final wrap up. Wave to your fans. There's still 430 people on here. We've been on for an hour and a half almost. My parents were married 65 years, and I know it would have gone longer. Her dad just died, I think, a year ago. But I can't go more than 20-year mark. What do you suggest for a longer relationship? I would love to know this too. And I think it's a combination of things. And hopefully you've got enough time to at least summarize her question.
Yeah. You know, I'm never try to make relationship longer. I don't, for me, like therapist, it's never will my target. My target will to make you happiest.
Okay.
Because you can be longer but unhappy in toxic relationship because you don't have where to live, you don't have money, you depend on your partner, and what's the meaning? Meaning to be happy, really happy. And this is target, it's work. To be
It
happy,
is
it
work.
means that both want to develop, both in one boat. Both you choose each other. Not always it's have chemistry. Sometimes it's very good friendship. It's respect. It's
Sure.
support each other. It's help each other. It's choice every day. I want to be with you. I want to invest my time, my energy, everything in our relationship. Even if it's boring sometimes, even if it's tired sometimes, even if it cheats sometimes, even if we pass crisis, we lost parents, we lost something, we continue to fight for us. And it's a fight from both sides.
That's the key. That's the key right there. Yeah, that
Mm.
makes sense. That makes sense. So awesome show. I'm glad you made it on. I can you hang out in the green room for a minute while I wrap up, just to get your thing, because I'd like to get some more information about me. It's time for me to kind of get back out. I haven't been out there in like 4 years. I mean, 5 years probably technically, because we were you know the story. Anyway, I think this is great information. Love for you to come back on, and I would love to get some more hints. I have not copied your information over yet. I want to make sure
I will
that
send
this
you
is how.
now in the platform, and if you can to resend it there on YouTube, you're great.
You got it. Send it off. I'm going to send this first just to make sure we got it right. I don't want to make sure.
Kobylkina.com. I send you in the chat.
Oh, you did it now.
Mm-hmm. And I will
Oh,
send you also in platform.
oh, and on platform.
I will send you there. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for my invitation. You're amazing. You're so beautiful heart. Woman must be very happy with you. You're a very, very open person and very kind.
Would you tell everybody you know that? So I here's
You know,
here's your contact information.
yeah,
Go
thank
ahead.
you
Go
so
ahead.
much.
You're very
Exactly.
welcome.
Because women sometimes don't choose men correct. Guys, if you want to choose correct man, choose a man who is hardworking, a very good heart, kind. Exactly. And who is very stability. Stability
Very
in
what?
his hobby,
Stable.
stability. Stable.
Yeah.
Stable in
Yeah,
his
that's
hobby, in
critical.
his
That's
care,
the
has good friends, routines. Because if he's stable, in the life, you need to have somebody stable with
yeah.
whom you can to share your life and to feel happy. Thank you a
Thank
lot.
you, my dear. Thank
I
you, love.
wish
I
everybody
appreciate
to
it.
be in love, to be happy, and to enjoy every moment in their life. We're happy to see in my sessions, webinars, to read my books. Have a beautiful evening, day. Thank you so much.
Give
Thank you.
your
Bye
new
bye.
fans, you've still got 430 people on after an hour and a half. Give everybody a big wave, and we'll see you around the corner. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right. So hey, I'm getting better at that clicking thing. So there she is. That's I'm not gonna say my new best friend, but Ronaldo, I'm going back to you now that I don't have any thread of a real expert saying, what the hell are you talking to her about? You know that I agree with what she's saying here, right? You're an important person to a lot of people, as you and I both know. And again, we know each other at this level, so I'm speaking out of turn here. But the other day, I put on a little emoji. I reacted to an emoji, and I said, "Why that?" And I was confused because it's all about you being happy. And when that happens, I'm going to go off of her words. This is not mine. Okay. What do you suggest for a longer relationship? It's both people need to be in. My first marriage, I decided I didn't want to be in it. So I just ghosted, basically. So she would have to leave me. But I'm weird in certain ways. I don't like to leave relationships. I mean, that's probably a reason I was with producer Barbie forever, which isn't a good thing, and it's not fair to anybody. But I'm just a coward that way. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I hope that doesn't sound weird, but I was really looking. I'm so glad she came on. I was really looking forward to this because I hope to get at some point in time the ability to have that picture, have that. I don't want to say fairy tale life. The fairy tale isn't important, but to have a partner, somebody who shares your experiences day in and day out, somebody and I love Natalia and what she was saying, and I appreciate the having experts come on, and what I love about this show is we've had several sexologists. We've had several sexologists, not only psychologists and mental health and relationship and building within and all that, but we've had that's not I until this show I didn't know there was such thing as a sexologist. I don't know. Did you, Ronaldo, know that? But I was really excited about this because I'm still trying to figure out how that works. And here's what I'm getting at. And I hope none of my exes, I have two exes. I hope neither of them are watching the show because I don't want it to come off wrong because it's me. It's me. I know that. I've said that on and on, but I know especially one of them when I try and have a discussion, it's always, yeah, but. And it's like, did you even listen to what I said? Did it even pass through your brain? Yeah, but what? We're not talking about the but right now. Let's talk about the yeah. And and that always became the death of me, which is not her fault. I'm not saying who, but her fault. That's not her fault. It's my fault, because I could never understand or figure out or be good enough to be able to communicate to her, which is neither here nor there, except I was hoping to find that gem. And she wanted me to, she's going to contact me. So that's a good sign, because I really need to figure out how the hell I'm going to, I mean, I'm 63, but I'm not going to die tomorrow. I don't imagine, my parents didn't live as long as, they don't give me great hope for into the hundreds, but I have an aunt that lived to be 104, and I have some good body chemistry. I don't do the best things in the world for myself necessarily, but I don't know, it seems to work out. Anyway, my point being, I mean, I've got to imagine I've got at least 20 years, maybe 40 years, more or longer, who knows, 40-ish years. Somebody here in town just turned 101. There's like 40 or 50, 90 plus year olds, a ton of 80 plus year olds, and another ton of 70 plus. And everybody's in pretty good shape, and we're all moving along. I'm getting healthier as I get older, maybe because of different things. But anyway, my point being, I'm losing people fast, so I'm going to wind it up here pretty quick, Ronaldo. But my point being is that now I know enough now, and you too, Ronaldo. I think this goes for both of us, and maybe anybody who's still interested in this subject here. I think as a layman, as a non-expert, I think that we have to really, I've really started, especially in the show where we look and build from the inside out. I said this a long time ago, or a while ago. When it comes to finding a mate, you have to be valuable enough. You have to become valuable enough. Like she said, be stable, be handsome. Well, maybe that's at the end. Well, she called me beautiful, so I'm just kind of lingering on that for a minute. Hopefully somebody else thinks that too. The financially, capable, attentive, kind-hearted, all those things are the things that we need to not fool ourselves about and become, because right now, I'd venture to say that most of us, not all of us, but most of us don't fit in that mold to a degree. I don't. I'm constantly trying to become a better person. I've met some really cool people. I am a flirtatious person just by personality, but not flirtatious in the way of attracting a mate, like she was talking about. She started teaching people in high school how to flirt, and it's an art, and I'm pretty good at it, because I grew up in different towns every year. Basically, my military family, I went to 3 high schools, I went to 8 elementary schools, on and on and on. It was just constant travel. I'm a really good packer. Hey, if anybody ever, a couple of people know who I'm talking to. If anybody ever needs help packing, you go to me. I'm a freaking packer. I actually enjoy it. I love putting boxes and fitting that in there, putting that in. I mean, moving. I don't want to unload your shit. Well, unless there's something in it, right? No. All right, that's enough. I am going to wrap this show. It's been a blast. I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody's starting to wind it down. Ronaldo, don't ghost me. What the hell? Love you all. Okay? Love you, Ronaldo. Love everybody that's here. Amy, thank you for your comments here. Please like this episode. Please give me that at work. We really need your support. The school regeneration program, the Mangum Library, the city public library here in Mangum. Catherine is done a lot and is the namesake of this library. dedicated to her and her efforts. 3-story building, beautiful, gorgeous building, and they're sponsoring us to put us here because they believe in the programs that we're running here as well. So I really appreciate what y'all are doing. Hold on. She can't hear you. No, she's gone. No, Ronaldo, she left. We ended the show. No, I know she can't hear me. Wait, she can't hear you. You're talking about, wait a minute, who are you talking about now? I think you're talking about somebody else. But, with that, I'm Rodd Duff. I'm your host of Insights and Straight Talk. We love being in this library. We've got kids coming in now. People are starting to see the show a lot more. We've got now, I think, 30 new subscribers just here in Mangum. Over the last couple of days, we've gotten over 100 overall new subscribers, which is awesome, and it's kind of fun. I always wondered if that ever would come about. Yesterday, I was, I walk here. I didn't today because it was raining, so I drove. And I went to the gym first. And so, like yesterday, I was walking home. It's about 0.8 of a mile that way. And you see that way. How do you like this backdrop? Isn't it cool? This is from the Atlanta Olympics. The Atlanta, which, by the way, I was during my first marriage, and my family and my ex and myself and I think it was only the firstborn was born at that time. I can't remember. I think it was both of them. Both the boys were born. We have bricks. If you remember Atlanta, you paid so much money, donations to help, fund the Olympics. And in the court, and we went there. It's kind of cool. You bought bricks as part of it, and they would put your names together in a brick thing. So you go and take pictures of it. It's kind of cool. Being part of not part of the Olympics, but however you want to say that. Ronaldo, come on. I'm going to try and stall only for a minute more. What did you mean by she can't hear you? Help me out here, sis. Love you, girl. Come on. But I'm going to wrap it up if you don't give me a quick one here real quick. Yeah, we're down to the end of it. People are like, okay, Rodd's just wasting time now. And I don't want too much more than 5 minutes to go by because the stats end 5 minutes before you actually click. And we were at 5 minutes ago, we're at 400. Now we're at 57 because people are, I'm just rambling, right? So, you can text me. If you know what? Can you message me or whatever, Ronaldo, and tell me what you meant by she can't hear you if that's the case. My last point here, I know the show is starting to get a little footage, so to speak. I don't know how to say that right, but it's gaining traction. That's the word. So before I left Chicago, I had people coming up to me recognizing the show. Hey, aren't you that dude from that thing? And I obviously that's a unique situation when that happens. Yesterday I was walking home and there was this kid playing basketball in front of his house, and the mom was sitting on the stairway looking at her phone or something. Well, I know what she was doing. I'll tell you why I know that in a second. She was doing that. So I'm just walking down, and about, I don't know, 20, 30 feet past their house, walking down the sidewalk, I hear this, "Hey, Rodd." I'm like, wow, that's weird. Nobody knows my name here. Really? I mean, a couple people, but it's weird to hear your name yelled out in a new town. So I turn around, and it's that mom. And she goes, "Hey." And I thought she said, "Do you want to be my husband?" And I thought she was joking. And I started to laugh and turn. And then I realized, my husband's in here. He wants to meet you. So what she says, "Do you want to meet my husband?" So I said, "Sure, hell yeah. Why, yeah." So I went back, and she ran in. Her husband came out, and they talked about the show. And she recognized me, and he had, I think his answer was more like, "Okay, if you want me to meet him, I guess so, I'll do that." So he kindly came back out, came out, big old burly dude, and we shook hands and we talked. Their daughter came out. The son was already out there, and so there's people that are paying attention, and that for me, I'm so grateful. I love you all. This is Insights and Straight Talk. I'm Rodd Duff. I'm out.
Before you leave, if you'd like to watch another one of the podcasts, click the first link in the description. We love having you here and we appreciate all your support.
And with that, producer Barbie and I